Good morning and welcome to this morning's reflection. Today we begin by reading from Matthew chapter 28 verses 1 to 8. After the Sabbath and towards dawn on the first day of the week, Mary of Magdala and the other Mary went to visit the sepulchre. And suddenly there was a violent earthquake, for an angel of the Lord, descending from heaven, came and rolled away the stone and sat on it. His face was like lightning, his robe white as snow. The guards were so shaken by fear of him that they were like dead men. But the angel spoke, and he said to the woman, "There is no need for you to be afraid. I know you are looking for Jesus who was crucified. He is not here, for he has risen as he said he would. Come and see the place where he lay, then go quickly and tell his disciples. He has risen from the dead, and now is going ahead of you to Galilee. That is where you will see him. Look, I have told you." Filled with awe and great joy, the woman came quickly. They came quickly away from the tomb, and they ran to tell the disciples. An earthquake announcing good news. Impossible, impossible. Innumerable major earthquakes have shocked our earth during recent years. And these places have always been sites of untold death and destruction. The world remains constantly alert for more of these predicted disasters along the many fault lines on the Earth's surface. It takes a long view to perceive an earthquake as announcing any good news. Seismologists, however, tell us that earthquakes are essential for the renewing of the earth, that through the energy released from the earth's fiery center, the crust of the earth is broken, forming new land. Earthquakes are part of God's unfolding creation. A long view is required to trust that in the upheaval of a quake, a new beginning is taking place, that the Spirit is actually hovering over chaos. It is not surprising, then, that in the narration of the resurrection, the angel's message from God is heralded by an earthquake. Because something radically new is being announced. As the strata of the earth shifts with the pressure of creation, the stone before the tomb is displaced, disclosing an entire shift of consciousness for those who believe. Standing before the emptiness of the tomb, the sudden bright illumination of the meaning of Jesus' absence is nearly overwhelming. In fact, the guards are frozen to paralysis. But for those who have come to the tomb seeking Jesus, the word is clear and reassuring. There is no need for you to be afraid. He has risen from the dead. The Jesus they knew and loved is fulfilling his promise He has broken the bonds of death. The shattering, convulsive experience of his crucifixion has now become, in the light of the opened and empty tomb, the enduring reality of his presence. And so let us be silent for a bit. And we ask for the grace to experience joy and the healing presence of Jesus risen. Within a great imaginary circle, gather all the people you know and love. And just become aware of all the brokenness as well as the joy that each one carries in his or her being. Into the circle, gather all the diverse peoples of the earth, with their pain, their frustration, their joys and their hopes. See yourself present within this vast array of God's creation. In the center of the circle, see the empty tomb of Jesus. Standing before the tomb, allow yourself to be warmed by the bright illumination of God's Word radiating outward. Allow yourself to absorb the powerful energy that emanates from the tomb. Hear the words, "Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid." And allow those words to resonate deep within you. Slowly become aware of the energy of God's revealing power, reaching out to embrace all those who are gathered within the circle. Watch them as one by one they become aware of the implication of the empty tomb. Gradually, see and experience the healing of a promise realized. The posture of brokenness begins to give way to a posture of hope. Tension softens. And one by one, we see each person filled with the joy of knowing that Jesus is risen from the dead. And we fully share in the joy of this great gift. And so with one voice, as in a chorus together we sing, "He is not here, he has risen, Alleluia." And so end by speaking intimately and simply to the risen Christ, who is present with you now.